This thing's really irking me today. There we go. So there we go. Yo, what up? It's your boy JJ Stone, aka Black Gritty. Welcome to another episode of Gritty Nights. We have had a hiatus because who cares? You don't, and we don't either. What's up, Jason? How you been?
Good, man. Tired as always, but busy.
Well, that's what happens when you're old. Harry, how's it feel to be young and spry and having one of the sexiest mustaches in the internet?
Feels pretty good. I mean, the second part feels very good, I will say. The first part, hey, I'm 30 now. I started a new job, so I'm a little tired too, but I'm doing all right.
I'm not tired in general. I'm tired because I messed up on my sleep last night, and I got up and did a show with Johnny Marks this morning on my little 3 hours of sleep, and then I said to myself, well, don't go back to sleep so that you can go get like a good full night's sleep tonight. And then the problem with that is that my brain hasn't really worked all day. I was working on something today and it just was not working out the way I wanted to. So I assumed that like after I go to sleep tonight, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to hit a button and everything's going to work.
Yeah, that's how it normally goes.
Yeah. So kind of like the Phillies. When you watch some of the games, did you guys get to watch it? Oh, happy opening day and
Yes.
Real opening day and return of the Phillies. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and you guys know me so well. I say it all the time. I love grumping. It really is one of my favorite things to do. Like to be able to complain and have the fortitude and the comedic timing that I have is really a good time to have. Like I love when things are bad because it's just so easy to clown your way through life and just rip people. But when you're happy, man, when you're happy with real intent, not like happy like you guys were when you're like, and the Sixers are gonna do it. Like I'm like,
my God.
No, I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that, but that's how you were talking back to me. Yeah, y'all have faith in the Sixers after I gave up. And I was a hater and all that kind of stuff. But the happy, like, man, we're champions and the Eagles are champions and we beat the Chiefs and we beat them down so bad. And it's been 2 months and I can't stop smiling to myself randomly about that beatdown. So then when I come and I look at the Phillies, I'm like, everybody's like, oh, they're the Sixers. They're the Sixers. I'm like, well, they made it to the World Series. They made it to a conference championship. I'm like, I know they're going backwards. So like next year, they'll be the Sixers, but right now they're still not the Sixers yet. You know what I mean? So Harry, how you feeling about the Phils?
I feel pretty great. I mean, I don't want to like go too hype about it to start the season. Obviously, it's only been 4 games, but I mean, the vibes are good, and they're not like superficial good. They're not like fluffy good. They're just like good. It's warm weather. I mean, today, last few days it's been up and down, but springtime's coming, summertime's coming. They're already hitting, home runs, short bombs, 3 already this year. So I feel like, I still want the bullpen to be better already. I don't want to complain too much too soon, but I feel good. They know what they need to do this year. It's a business sort of approach, but also just enjoying the ride.
Jason, you want to tell the people what you texted me the other day?
Same team, same results, right?
Yeah, that was it too. But you're also like, man, you don't even text me anymore during the day, good or bad. Like I don't hear from you no more. Like you don't say nothing. That's how content I am.
Yeah, you got nothing to complain about, nothing. So
like it's weird times for me, bro. I'm in a weird space. So how you feel about the Phils?
They brought the same roster back, so I don't really have high expectations for them. I know they're going to make the playoffs, and then anything can happen from there is my hope. I'm trying real hard this year to just enjoy the games, but then like the first game of the season, they have 13 Ks in 6 innings, and I'm like clenching my fist like the Arthur meme, just mad as hell. And then all of a sudden, the lineup just turns it on, and they can score a crazy amount of runs in 1 inning. But they strike out too much, man. It drives me crazy.
I mean, wasn't Wheeler striking out people too? Wheeler was doing his job. So for me, also besides the point of thank you, Bryce, for choosing me, it's baseball. And I can't even, besides the fact, take my little joy punk ass, bitch ass self out of it. It's baseball. And when they say it's a long season, it's a long season. And I honestly, after last year, with them going nuclear so early and everybody in baseball talking about this team, historic run, historic wins, historic pace. I don't care about history. I'd rather you be limping into the playoffs with a 9-game win streak on fire and everybody's afraid to play you than backpedaling in, living off your early season legacy with guys that are injured and coming back from injury, and you're all happy because they're back, but then you realize, like, man, they haven't played meaningful baseball together as a team in over a month. So for me, I'm like, Topper's already mismanaging it. Like, look, bro, if they need rest one game a week, I don't care right now.
Yeah. He's also got to figure it out.
JT's old. Turner's sensitive and soft. His soft tissue is soft, not soft. You know what I mean? Mentally, I don't want to call him out like that right now, but like, yeah, I'm trying my best to be a better man, Jason. But like, dude, it's so early. It is such a long season. Twitter went crazy about Nola.
Well, that's everybody's just waiting, right, for Nola to have his one inning and let up a home run. Then everybody wants to jump and pretend he stinks, and he doesn't stink. He just doesn't stink. He's a consistent starter, and you're gonna win a bunch of games that he starts.
Harry, you weren't tweeting about Nola's outing? Like, you weren't angry, like raged out? You watch baseball, Harry? Have you seen?
Yeah,
it?
I do. I haven't watched every game.
You know, we just signed this guy named Aaron Nola. We don't know what he's got. Harry, tell me, like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think he's gonna do for us?
Oh my god, I saw like a Instagram post about like the last like 10 Phillies like opening day lineups, and it goes back. I think the 9th most furthest back one. Like Nola's like the opening day starter, or maybe it was the 8th one or something like that. It's like, man, this guy has been a staple of this team for a long time, and like Jason said, he wins games. He's one of the winningest pitchers in his career, in terms of how with that time frame, he's won some of the most games. So it's one of those things where it's like, yes, I understand the angst, but like you said, early in the season, it's been 4 games. I don't need to do this right now. Like it's gonna happen eventually, probably, right? I hate that I even just said that in this moment. I couldn't stop myself, but there's no reason to get crazy right now. It's early in the season. Pitchers are figuring it out too, so Nola will be fine.
I mean, he's their number 3 starter now. Possibly their number 4 starter if Luzardo and Sanchez both pass him, which one of them, I believe Sanchez already has. But if Luzardo is better than him and he becomes the 4th starter, he's one of the best 4th starters in the league.
Yeah, and we don't talk a lot of stats on this show. And maybe when we get bored this summer, maybe I'll let Jason break out his calculator and his
nerd time.
Yeah, come bring out the abacus. But he eats innings, and it's a statement of fact. Like, everybody knows this. He is a warrior and a trooper. He's more of a throwback pitcher than you have in the league, to be honest with you, of a guy who just goes out there, pitches and pitches and pitches. And again, sorry, bro, he's going to give up a home run or 2.
Yeah.
Most pitchers do. Now, Wheeler might not do it on a consistent basis that you feel, but he does. And when he does, you don't instantly get on the internet or look at your buddy and be like, oh, see, there's Wheeler. Like, right. You're already pre-programmed to be mad at Nola. Like, that's what I feel like. The tweets are already written, and people just have to hit send.
Definitely.
And I hate even like defending that, because like that's not even me being, like I said, positive. It's just like, dude, you know who he is, though. You know what I mean? Like, do you not watch baseball? I don't get the outrage every single time he has an outing like that, because when he goes out there and he's lights out, nobody says anything. Nobody says good boy. Right. Nobody says good boy. They don't pat the dog on the head. They just say, you're supposed to not pee in the house. Like, come on, bro.
I also feel there are lots of guys like that in baseball. If you think, I think about like Justin Verlander's career, it's like I feel like every time I watched him pitch, I expected him to give a home run late in the game. Like, even if he was pitching great and had 11 strikeouts, like there's lots of guys like that. Yu Darvish. I mean, there are plenty of people that we look at, and around the league, they're revered for having incredible seasons at times. Even Nola was like in Cy Young conversations, a couple of times, a few years ago. So it's one of those things where I'm like, people just, I mean, we just can't be happy. Like you said, it's like this weird contentness is also turning into restlessness. So we need to just go off on people. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. And it's annoying that I don't get it, because I really want to understand. But at this point, I'm just like, all right, fine.
Part of it is because he was billed as an ace when he first came up, because the Phillies didn't have an ace, and he's just not. He's really a number 3-4 starter. He doesn't have ace stuff. He has to hit his spots. If he misses his spots, he doesn't have the velocity to miss the bat. So that's why he gets hit hard.
And at his best, he was a number 2.
Yeah.
At his best, top. He was a number 2. And those moments make you feel like, why can't he do that all the time? Newsflash, buddy. Like, again, it's baseball, so I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But Schwarber not leading off, still working out okay for everybody?
Hell yeah. There was a guy on base the one time, it was kind of crazy.
Would you say, Jason?
He's hit home runs from the 4 spot, the leadoff spot. Like he's just hitting. He thought it was June because it got a little warm out.
I don't know. He obviously his contract's up, and the general conversation is like, we've got to resign him. Like, I don't even know why that's a question.
Right,
Harry, I need $15 because I put out the collection plate if there's a problem. Like, I don't think there's gonna be a problem, but he has to be here. He is he might be. Who do you think, Harry? Who's the leader on the team?
I mean, I think it's Schwarber. I mean, we've kind of heard that, through the grapevine over the last few years. I feel like that he's like the leader in the clubhouse. He's not necessarily speaking, but at the same time, he's been speaking to the media more. And every time I hear him talk, he sounds like the leader. He sounds like the adult in the room. He sounds like the guy that can like relay the vibe of the team in a professional way. And I think he's the adult for sure.
Jason, you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And it's fun to try and see what's going to happen now that it's contract year Schwarber too.
Yeah.
Like, so that matters.
Yeah, it does matter. I feel like Schwarber is going to be who he has been, consistent, and he leads in a different way. When you start having these conversations, because the contract, everyone's like, oh, he's leader. This conversation gets loud because Jalen Hurts isn't a leader, and now he's a leader, and he had to learn how to lead. Now he's learned how to lead so much. All that crap that happens from guys because they lead in different ways. Bryce is a leader of the team. I would also say that Bryce is also a face of the league. He's a face of the team.
Right.
He's the face of the franchise. He's out here making his yogurts and his homemade bagels, and he's the Pander King, which we appreciate you. The Fanatic appreciates you. America appreciates you. So it's different than how I feel like Schwarber has become the actual alpha leader of the team, and I don't even have a problem with it. I don't think there's an issue with it. And it's funny that the media doesn't do that game that they did with Jalen, where like, so you're the face of the league, one of the faces of the league. It's really Shohei, but Shohei doesn't have the mane and the sex appeal that Bryce Harper has with mainstream baseball in America. So he's not the face of the league, but nobody goes there and says, well, how come Bryce isn't taking the lead in the team? Why is Schwarber? It's not even a question, right?
No, it's not a question. I also think it's different based on baseball to football too. Like the quarterback is supposed to be a designated leader. There's no real, I guess like a catcher would normally be the leader of a team, kind of, sort of. But like there's no real leaders like that I really think of. Maybe shortstops.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, shortstops for sure. Shortstops got to be like relaying so much information and signs and things like that. You kind of just have to become a sort of leader because of the communication. But with Bryce, it's like the leadership comes from that he is the face of the team, right? Like he does represent the team in that way. So that is an angle, but also in the playoffs. I mean, obviously, like we said, we've been trending backwards, but the way he showed up in the playoffs in his Phillies career, that's what leaders do. They show up and they get stuff done. So that works for me.
So Trey looks good. It's so early. Everybody looks fine. Everybody looks good to me.
Yeah.
Casty, I don't know what.
Hey, he's laying off the low and outside pitches right now. That's the worst thing that's the best thing he needs to do.
I mean, so you said they struck out, but Jason,
shadows.
not only shadows, they look better at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
They're not swinging at junk. I haven't seen knees touch the earth in the first 5 games of the season. They're not swinging out of their shoes. A lot of the strikes are strikes. Like, you should have swung at that. So I guess that's another reason why I'm not mad when I'm watching games. Like you say, you're just trying to watch the games. Same way I watch hockey. And people are like, oh, yeah, talk about hockey. You see what happened? Because they told you what they were doing. The Flyers told you this is a rebuild. We're going to be ha.
No, they didn't tell their coach, though. He was unaware that it was about to be a rebuild, apparently.
They didn't tell the coach. Shout out to Torres, RIP, dog. Miss you, homie. God, like I love his attitude. I just knew, obviously we all knew it wasn't for long.
Yeah, he's not the coach for a rebuild.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where like this is what the team is telling you, and accept it. And I listen to what the Phillies are telling me, and I'm like, everybody says, "Oh, wake me up in the postseason." Okay, then shut up until the postseason. All the people that say "wake me up in the postseason," then shut up until the postseason. Don't cry all the way along, because the weather. Well, it's cold as shit now, but
yeah,
77 degrees opening day, which I didn't talk about. The home opener opening day, the Phillies walked the team through the crowd. Now everybody does it now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was Santa snowball this, Santa snowball that. Now you stole something that we did. Now it happens all across the league. And special guests were out there. And BG, the other BG. Some say lesser known BG.
Yeah, I don't who's the other BG? I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I mean Brandon Graham, his full name.
He was on the Eagles,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah. He used to be on the Eagles, retired. I mean, his gray got up, Harry. His gray, like in 2 weeks, he gave us. He just like looked like Santa Claus out there. Did you stop putting Beijing in your stuff, boy?
He must have.
Here we are.
I get that just for men.
About to be on the show, but now I'm never coming on. Like, right?
BG, come on the show, baby. I might work on that. I'm gonna work on that. I'm like, come on, dog, for your boy. So they went out there. Him and Saquon Barkley. I don't know if you know who he is. Went out there for the first pitch, and they lobbed it, which is fine. Had the Lombardi, did the Eagles chant, and it was just a good time. Like it just feels good. Like I said, I actually don't like being this happy. I really don't.
This is one of the few years here in the Eagles chants in the stands during the Phillies game, and I'm like, louder.
Yo,
right?
Yeah.
Again.
Yo, the sixth inning when they started smacking the ball around,
you hear the Eagles chant.
The Nationals, you hear it. I'm like, yo. And then I guess the Nationals chant is something like NATS or something, snap,
sure,
whatever. They tried to combat it, and I'm like, it just made the Eagles chants happen more. I'm like, y'all need to stop.
Yeah.
Like, stop with your trying to chant. And
their fans were real upset about the takeover down there too.
Ooh, major takeover. You can see it on every clip. I was trying to spot the Nationals jerseys. I couldn't even see one.
And they got lucky that we're the same color scheme, because if not, you would have saw it night and day.
Yeah.
Yes.
The difference. But they're close enough. It's a nice ballpark. If you can get a chance to get down there. And it's just, man, like I said, you hear that in the sixth inning. And I don't know what the people, I could do without that. Unless the team's 1-7, bro, shut up.
It's not like the Phillies have a good chant like that you could do instead. There's nothing like, so just hit the Eagles chant. It's cheering for the Phils.
Yeah, exactly. It becomes a Phillies chant. I mean, again, I don't think the Sixers have earned that, yet, but it's like it's still more of a distraction at those games. But like, it's basically them being like, yo, like you have the Nats chant, like we're Philly. You know what I mean? That's what it is, and we're champions.
Yeah. Greg, I want to talk about the Eagles soon. It's going to be a short day for us today because again, I didn't sleep and my brain is slow.
You didn't bring the torpedo bats?
I did not bring.
Oh my god! What the fuck is happening?
So the torpedo bats. Harry, are you a torpedo bat guy?
I mean, like again, I'll reserve like final judgment for sure. I want to see how it goes and see how guys do it. I heard it has, it's not brand new this year. Like other guys have been doing it a little bit in the past. So I'm not gonna go crazy about it now, obviously. But I don't know, man. Like there's some sanctity of baseball that like over time, like obviously I do want lasers to determine strikes when umpires suck, like things like that. So, but the tradition of like using a bat, like to me, it's like you're changing a fundamental. It's like changing the size of the rim or a basketball or the dimensions in that way. It's like a little bit weird. I know you can do different like weights, and I know like Soriano and Ryan Howard back in the day used to have the craziest like heavy long bats and things like that. But I don't know, man. It looks like a bowling pin a little bit. It's a little bit weird. I don't know. I think it's weird.
Jason.
I think it's funny. If the Phillies were the team that brought it into the league, we would all love it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm like, it's the greatest. Why are people complaining? Everybody's just mad. But since it was the Yankees, it feels like it's a cheating thing in some way or another. That
yes, it does.
But now other guys are using it. So as long as it's something that's available to everybody in the league, we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah.
I think they should be able to use like the cool design bats, like the pencil bats and all that stuff. Let those guys do that stuff. That's when it's fun to me.
Yeah.
I remember when baseball meant something. Yeah, coach you. Yeah, clock. Now I got pizza boxes for bases. You got a pitch clock. Like, what do you got a stopwatch for? He's a pitcher. Let him do his thing. And now, the bat. Oh God, the bat. Yeah. Like, what are we doing? So I mean, I get the old man and people that want to grump about that and complain. My thing is, the game has been changing so much lately that this is just another iteration of it. Because what you're talking about, Harry, I get about the bat looking weird, but they also can't make the bat shorter, which is what they used to do because those bats break too much. The physics of it, what you would normally do is make the bat shorter, like how they used to make the bat longer for people. But what I will say that irks me the most about it is that we've had the steroid era. We had the juice balls that the MLB denied until they got caught. And now we have
still used, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so now we have this. And I'm like, the one problem I have with this is like, oh, so now you're rewarding dudes that suck at the plate. So now when you get jammed and you pop the ball infield back to the catcher, or it shoots down to third base, you get out. Now you have a potential to pull that as a home run.
Right.
Because you pulled the sweet spot down, because you get jammed up at the plate, because your timing's off. Barry Bonds has talked about that forever. He's like, look at this guy. All he does is get jammed. He's like, your swing's too late. Like, your swing's too late. Now your swing's too late. It's getting fixed by the bat. That's what I don't like.
Agreed. You
sucking now has you have an advantage because you haven't learned how to not jam at the plate. So we're like, oh, we see this guy jams his balls 67% of the time. And we figured if we fix him sucking, like, I'm like, holy shit. Like, you just said the quiet part out loud.
Literally.
Yo, pitchers have it tough, man. They get checked every inning for cheating, and then these guys up there with specialized bats now and all that and everything. Like,
it's weird.
Or you get warned. Like,
it's weird too, because it's like the pitchers. I get it, because it's almost like a counter to like how good pitchers have become, or how like good their stuff has become. Anyway, again, I do think pitchers, approach the plate, they could get a lot more walks. Guys are not as accurate, but I don't. I feel it on some level. Like Barry Bonds, yes, he's probably like the GOAT, even though I don't like him at all. But like,
yeah,
he was going against guys like, one or two guys a month or a week maybe that were throwing like 90, 99, 98. You know what I mean? Like every single guy now is throwing 97 with like 7 inches of tail in both directions and crazy off-speed pitches. So it's one of those things where like, I don't know what hitters are supposed to do. Humans are not going to evolve. Our eyesight's not going to get better. Like our reactions aren't going to get that much better. But then I see a guy like Schwarber who hit a 99, dead center or whatever he did off the top of the ivy. Hit the clean on the barrel, right? And it looked like it was an easy swing. He wasn't swinging too hard, but then he also got jammed to hit a home run. So I'm like, you know what? I think, like you said, guys can get better at their approach and work harder and be better at their craft.
See that, Jason? This young punk don't know nothing. Tell me, Barry Bonds, he saw 2 guys a month. Let me tell you something, little kid. 99 don't mean shit if you don't have motion in the ocean, okay? You can be Daddy Long Stroke. Work that thing. Okay? It's dry when you do that. But I'm just saying, just because you're throwing hard doesn't mean you're throwing good either. So that I will put that out there. They're throwing it. Everybody maxes out at 99 now. It was 101. Everybody drools. But for the most part, everybody's pitching the same speed. When you're in a traffic and everybody's going 90, it looks like everybody's going 45.
Yeah.
At some point, you kind of get used to that. So I will say that part of it, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, like, that's why someone like Nola can survive as a pitcher, because he has movement, he has placement, he has spin, he has other stuff. So you're right and you're wrong, because you're right and you're wrong. But either way,
I mean, one thing I'll say is just remember how many guys back in the early 2000s were throwing like flat 95. You know what I mean? Like now it's like you see guys at 90 again. Like how many 97s are their off speed? You know what I mean? Or 95, 93 is their off speed, and it's a slider. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So again, I'm not trying to knock Barry Bonds. Like he couldn't deal with it now. You know what I mean? He definitely could. Yeah. But I don't know. It won't be the same.
Put in the dirt. Alvarado's out here.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Steamroller.
That's very true.
It's off the track. Like it's off the rail.
Yeah, when he's off balance, you can tell. If he's falling off the mound, you know it's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
Does that make it easier or harder though? Sometimes I don't know to hit it. Like goddamn, it's coming at you maybe.
Yeah. Sometimes he looks drunk.
The guy got hit in the face the other day. You see that? Oh my god, side of the cheek, and he came back the next day. Like, whoo.
First of all, you need to duck that. Your eye.
Yeah, I know he was
that coming. Like I said, you got jammed to play for real, bro. Open your eyes.
Turn your freaking head.
So throw Greg's comment back up there on the screen. We can talk about it now. I want my tushy pushy, and I want it to stay forever. Not so much because I care, but just because I'm petty, and I love the argument and the tears in other teams and fans' faces when we do it to them. So if you don't know, the Tush Push was supposed to get voted on today, and they pushed the vote back a month, I think, to May, Jason?
Yeah, to the owners' meetings in May.
To the owners' meetings in May. And why did they do that? Because it was going to pass with flying colors. Right. It was going to pass so clearly that they did not want to send that message to the people. Because, for instance, before I ask you guys about it, if they pass it and it's 24-6 or 24-8, which I thought was going to be 8 teams voted to take it down. So let's say it's 10 to make it easy number. So it's 10-22. Ah, man, you're going to bring it up again next season. You're going to bring it up again next season because that's all they're going to do. Dude, yeah. 22 teams already said no, like we're doing it. But if they could get it to a 18-16, 18-14, and the Eagles go on another deep playoff run, they're going to be like, hey, I'm telling you, look, let's do it. Let's vote again. We got to get this thing out of here. So it could be that kind of motion. Harry, are you tired of talking about the tush push? Have you tush push? How many times have you used the bathroom today?
I tush push multiple times a day, I would say, but in terms of pretty regularly, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm healthy man. But I mean, in terms of like, am I tired about it? Yes, but like you said, as a Philadelphian, I'm fueled by the hate, and I will talk about it and tell y'all that you suck at it and stop crying about it. I'll do that, if they want to keep doing this, like I'll do that. But yeah, in terms of the actual tush push, I have not heard one articulate argument or even like an argument with multiple points about like why it's actually unfair that we do it. We have big ass linemen and they're strong as hell, and that works. And we have a quarterback who's strong, but at the same time, like the whole squatting 600-pound thing, like he's not directly squatting like defensive linemen off of him. It's a technique thing. It's a personnel thing. But other teams have great linemen too, and they have big quarterbacks. And Josh Allen got stuffed 3 times, whatever. So it's like I just don't get it, and I can't wait till they stop talking about it. But if they don't want to stop talking about it, I'm gonna keep shitting on them for it.
Yeah, Jason.
Right. It's all hypocrisy. That's the big issue, right? Like we hear it doesn't look like a football play. Meanwhile, they just changed the kickoff rules this year. Where guys line up in this weird formation. They got to hold hands until the ball lands in zone that's highlighted bright green and whatever. And then, years ago, the forward pass wasn't a football play.
Right? That's very true.
The shotgun formation wasn't a football play. Like it's a football play. They use it. And the injury data has shown 0 injuries, but then the commissioner and other teams about it. Yeah, but if somebody got hurt, it'll probably be bad. Think about it. And we're real concerned about player safety. Also, we're going to add week 18. If you guys can watch another week, check us out. Like, it's just so crazy. The reasons there's no valid reason to ban it. So,
Fred Wilson, shout out to Fred, said, if they keep it in there, the Eagles just shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, should be so sore.
Quit flex on them. You know what I mean?
This is a good new character. You gotta like keep it.
And I only got a couple of them. You know what I mean? But they all got the voices. I'm tired. You see? Right? You know what I mean? I got the old man. And I got the Italian man. Okay, that's what I do. Anyway,
like this one.
Yes, me too.
It's definitely a problem for the league because they can't do it. Shout out to LA Shore Parks, grilled McDermott. And I like McDermott, but he asked some very important questions. You run it though. Yeah, but and I know we do.
You know what we learned about McDermott?
What?
That he will never win. He is just I know, right? I gotta be quick. Kate's not here, so I could get these takes off. But they won't win with McDermott as the head coach. Because he wants it banned because he's worried about player safety. They ran it the second most times in the NFL.
So I might clip this for you, but I might just steal that take and make a video and get 1 billion views on it. So either way, it doesn't work out for you. But you're absolutely correct because I was telling my cousin that he's like, why's McDermott got? I was like, because he's a hater, because he's a loser.
Yep.
I didn't phrase like you did. I'm like, because he's a loser. Like when I heard Sean McVay, I'm like, you're mad because your dude got blown up in the snow. You're mad because you thought that you could have won that Super Bowl. That's my favorite part. Not only do you think when you could win a game that, if I won this game, I'd win the next game, which you never know what's going to happen. It'd be different if like you were in a championship game and you lost. You're like, if we would have beat you, we could have won the Super Bowl. Okay, because you're 1 step from it. When you're 2 steps removed, your quarterback could have broke his leg in the championship game. You don't know what's going to happen for you to have hopes and dreams and what ifs. But I know for a fact that's what the Rams thought. That's what Sean McVay thinks. And he wants to take away a toy. He also wants to do it low key. Everybody who hates it for the same reason that I used to dislike my coach. Jason, you said something earlier, and Harry kind of emulated too. If you cannot articulate, pontificate an eloquent way of describing why you don't want this play to be in there, you should shut up.
You have nothing.
But at the same time, when the guy who made it up can't eloquate, pontificate, sophisticate, talkatate, very well. It makes you feel like y'all let this fool make an unstoppable play.
Oh my God.
I'm Sean McVay. I am the whiz kid. Yeah. I was fucking jerking off in my diaper, fucking doing plays. I was born a grown man, bro. I am the whiz kid, and I haven't created anything. I don't have a McVay play.
Right.
That's the problem. Again. McFleer. Oh, he's again riding McFleer. Oh, again, he was as a kid. Oh, just a grown man as a baby. Came out. No one offense.
Dude, jerking off in my diaper is a fucking bar. Oh my
it's
God.
Shock value. It's shock value.
That's
but
like
again,
Lil Dicky like quality.
I was gonna say that.
Another whiz kid that thinks that he should be Mr. Offense. Also hasn't created a staple play. And then comes in, I'm Nick Sirianni, and I was quarterback. I was a wide receiver. Guess what? I don't have a playbook. I don't call plays, but I drew up this one here. Now, when you hit the button here, it's unstoppable. It's almost like you got Bo Jackson and Techno Bowl or Marshall Faulk and Madden 99. They're mad because that's the dude that made this play. Yeah. That's the dude that gets credibility of this play. And you can see it in his voice and his heart when he says, I'm not a hater. I don't want to be a hater. Right. Yes, you are. Right. And then when you hear Nick just be like, yeah.
Yo, how about Nick calling in the Italian favors from the family, knowing the other coach? Yo, I know
exactly.
Hey, look,
like I articulated that.
Guys that I know how they're voting because they
that was clear as day.
Don't betray the family, no matter where you are.
If nothing else,
I was like, damn.
Talk about yep. Look at me.
The coaching tree. He called him the coaching tree.
Favors right
now.
Calling
the coaching tree. Yeah.
You see this? It doesn't work that much until you bring it together. You're happy.
And then you got all the old school coaches like Tomlin's like, I kind of hate it, but I mean, that's no reason to vote against it.
Well, like that,
they're just like,
that's my favorite part. Yeah. Yes, Fred. That's our coach.
I put it.
Okay, good. I put it back up there again, Fred, because I was yapping. So that's the problem because the old school dudes do say that.
Vrabel, same. He's like,
Bowles, Todd Bowles. Mr. Defense, and he has the Eagles' number.
Yeah,
and he even said, "Well, I mean, we haven't found a way to stop that per se."
He's like, "But the Eagles aren't hard to beat."
But the right, I know he didn't say that, Jason. That's what he said. I know he didn't say that, but that's what he said. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, y'all worried about that one play? Where I run from, we don't let them get within 3 yards of them. So y'all keep crying about that bullshit if you want to. I like the play. I mean, they can do what they want to do around me." So you're right. A lot of the defensive-minded coaches don't have an issue with it, and that's why it would have got blown out of the water in a vote because a lot of guys don't care. It's these offensive guys, and I really think that it's because they're jealous that Nick Sirianni created an unstoppable play and they didn't. Because they are offensive gurus. They're from, I try to say this with respect, they're from legitimately deep tree sets. Mm-hmm. They are creating tree sets of their own. Nick Sirianni, I haven't given him a tree yet, but this guy that he has now under him will be from his tree. The new offense coordinator, what's his name? I forget his name right now. Patullo. Passing Patullo. Big play Patullo.
Kevin Patullo.
That's his guy. So if he does well and he goes off to become something in the league, that is part of Nick's tree because to be honest, everybody else came in and left if they had success or they came in and they got fired. Mm-hmm. I can't give Nick Sirianni credit for creating a system or a group and then sending them off into the world. You know, when we came here, we're bringing in the Kellen Moore system to adapt to what Jalen Hurts already does. You know what I mean? Like Kellen Moore's got his own thing. He's got his own tree that he's from under. So this is a beginning for Nick, but that's what it is, bro. They're jealous of Nick. They hate on the fact that this guy did something they can't do.
I think the Eagles should run a bunch of trick plays out of that formation this year and just start going to the outside because teams are going to be so intent on stopping it up the middle now.
So, Harry, how would you stop the tush push?
I mean, I'd probably just draft the 400-pound dude. That I think I saw some guy.
460 pounder.
Yeah, exactly. Just get that guy and see if Vince Wilfork has any kids that are almost NFL ready. And I don't know. I have no idea.
Jason,
we got to keep the Eagles out of short yardage, right? You got to keep them away from the sticks is the best way to do it. But there really is no way to stop it. You're not going to stop that 4th-and-1 play. It's not. They're going to get a yard, but you're going to get a yard on almost any quarterback sneak. Tom Brady used to be
90%
on quarterback sneaks with nobody behind them pushing.
100%. It's just a timing thing, like you said. Like with Brady, it was definitely. Brady was the best, tush push before the tush push guy.
So I can not only stop the tush push, I can guarantee that after I stop it in this fashion, it gets banned the next year.
Well, don't
stop it and it gets banned.
Yeah, stop it and it gets banned.
This is an April Fool's thing, everybody. It's April Fool's.
Yeah, it is April Fool's. It is April Fool's. It is April Fool's. You're right. I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna ban it. So, if I was a team going against the Eagles, and if I was the Commanders, I would send out my offensive line and have my offensive line go against their offensive line. Then I would have a Flagamore jump over the top like he did.
Oh yeah!
Every time the Eagles come out for a tush push, I'm sending my offensive line out, which makes it a huge spectacle, a huge talking point, a huge drama. Also, my offensive line is bigger than my defensive line on average weight and size.
Second I saw that, I'm audibling this in pass plays because I know you got no pass rushers. Right?
So again, and the rest of my DBs out there, y'all gonna have to man up. Y'all have to cover. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
My point is that you put beef on beef, which slows that down. Beef on beef, and then you send dude over top, which makes the league mad because now you're just wasting plays, you're wasting time. It looks ugly. Man, we got offensive linemen out here, and you're jumping over the top.
Hey, offensive lineman out there on defense is not a football play. It doesn't look like
that's what I'm saying. So tell me if you did that every single time the team ran it for 2 games out of the year, making it a thing, that next year they wouldn't vote like, yo, okay, we got to stop. We can't. I mean, you got to be able to be able to have the ability to put your offensive lineman at risk.
Yep, that's
for the injury. But I mean, that's you need the manpower. You need the strength on strength, and you better be able to man up.
You know how the Eagles beat that?
How?
Like I said, you pass it and then just go no huddle and keep those O linemen out there and just run them, bro.
Yeah.
No huddle. I'm gonna run your O lineman into the ground.
Well, after you get a first down, I just call timeout and get them off the field.
Use your timeouts. I'm gonna go no huddle though after I get it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying about.
That's you if you're going to use the timeout.
That's what I'm saying too about getting a team to getting it banned.
Yeah,
because it just looks bad. Like you go ahead and run no huddle on me.
I'll run your offensive lineman to the ground.
I mean, all we would do, unless you're on like the 1 yard line. Again, you can't do this on the 1 yard line.
It's different.
Yeah. But I mean, like then I just have a guy false start, the play gets called dead, and then I walk my guys off and I substitute. So I mean, I'll take the 5 yard penalty or whatever. But yes, I do. Shut up. My plan works. You can't outplan my plan. You're not replanning my plan. My plan, Harry.
You just hard count every play, and they'll just be encroaching.
Harry, you're independent. How's my plan sound, Harry?
I just outplanned your plan. Also, I'm just saying, just hard count, and then just those linemen they're falling for it every play.
Linemen know way better. Linemen know the deal. They're not falling for that. They're like, look.
Well, then they're gonna sit back to. They're gonna jump backwards. They're gonna react and do the Lane Johnson step back, and then we're gonna have 5 yards every play.
All they're doing is going forward. Linemen know how to go forward too. They run block, they pass block. They run block. Run block, you go forward. You don't back up.
They don't get low like that unless they're I don't know.
I mean, the Eagles get low. Hey, look, all I know is when they pull that refrigerator Perry stuff and they bring these big dudes out there on offense, defense, like it for one play, all you have to do is push. Again, bro, it's not rocket science. I need you to push.
That's scary. That's scary.
When they used to bring, the fridge out there, like everybody's like, "Oh, this is great!" Like that's not football either. But just
JJ Watt
catching touchdown, Vrabel catching touchdown.
The Lions were having so much fun before they got decimated by injuries, just pulling out extra linemen and
running hook and ladders.
Yeah, running hook and ladders. Like they got like what I mean, like their 5th lineman out there, tight end.
Yeah, running
out routes. Like I mean, it's so fun. It's so cool.
Yeah. And then, right, stop it or don't. Right,
and what a time to be alive when baseball is innovating and trying to help the sport, and football is regressing, trying to take something away.
Right.
Something away too, by the way, that we can't run the RPO. Maybe you should get a black quarterback. What? Maybe you should get a black quarterback. You need somebody who can run. Oh, wait, we can't do that. So we're going to ban all black guys because we don't like the RPO. Okay. Well, I don't like pocket passers. So get rid of all these white guys. Like Jalen Hurts being the guy that he is, one, he's not the only quarterback that can squat 400 pounds or whatever, those 600 pounds, whatever it is. But he's also not going to be able to keep doing it.
Nope.
It would phase itself out. And in 3 years, 2 years, maybe even 2 years, they're like, look, bro, you're starting to get older. You had an injury here. We're not going to just put you through that because of, the hamstring issue.
Hey, the Chiefs never quarterback sneak because Mahomes hurt his knee that one time.
Yes.
So they just don't ever do it, ever. Yeah. They never use him to do it. If anything, they'll bring in a backup tight end.
Yeah. So, again, you adjust, and the adjustment would happen naturally over time. So when they're like, oh, we're going to ban, I'm like, at some point it's going to ban itself, because the same reason every team isn't doing it across the league, because they don't have the personnel for it. And Jalen Hurts isn't going to play for 20 years like LeBron James. He's not going to go out there. He won't even be able to do it in the next 5 or 6 years. He's going to have to evolve into that Russell Wilson type era where it's like, look, bro, I'm not even scrambling that much anymore. McNabian, where it's just like, look, I'm back here dicing and slicing, doing all the passing you guys ever wanted me to do. I'm not the dual threat that I was. I'm not a young boy.
You know what's crazy as an Eagles fan, though? Well, like, okay, we can't tush push. That's fine. Like, we'll give it to Saquon for the yard. Then I have faith that he'll pick up the yard behind that offensive line either way.
Yeah.
Now,
who's the other running back we signed like this offseason that squats? Yeah, exactly. So someone's getting that yard. It's fine.
And they signed that tight end from Cleveland that Cleveland was using to run all their short yardage plays.
So run it again.
Not anybody you want. Who you want?
Exactly.
Fred knows my coach is already innovating a new way to get 2 yards.
Yep.
Kate with the quadzilla.
Yeah, AJ Dillon.
I know Kate be out here looking at quads.
Yeah.
You
missed some foul language. These boys were talking about weird baby stuff earlier.
I thought you were going to say something about the Bills earlier.
Outlandish. Oh, who said something about the Bills?
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, Harry dumped all over the Bills. It was gross. It was borderline disrespectful. Like
oh my god,
I might go back and edit it out because I don't want the mafia to come after me. You see what I'm saying? Like next thing I know, I'm getting put through a chair or a table. I do not confirm.
I didn't say anything. I did not say anything about this.
I did not appreciate Harry.
Yeah. That's right.
All April Fool's jokes.
Hey,
April Fools.
Trying to help your relationship and get her off Harry. You over here.
Man, look at the mustache.
What am I gonna do with that? That's what I'm trying to help you. That's why I'm trying to help you with your little McDermott mustache. I should have gave you trying to play
McDermott mustache. What the hell?
Jason, we got a little white beard. That little, McDermott mustache. That's right. He got that white beard McDermott on. He's like, my baby happy. I don't even like McDermott's face. That's all I got, though, girl. That's all I got. It's funny because it's true.
Doing my best.
Anyway, so yeah, I still don't think it's going to get banned. Everybody now is like, oh, the pushback is definitely going to get banned. I think it's going to be close and it's going to pass. Roger Goodell came out and said, as you said, Jason, start. He's gonna, we're just trying to. But yeah, you want 18 games. Right. You want a Thursday night. You want a Tuesday night. You want a Wednesday night game during Christmas season, giving dudes 4 and 5 days rest in between games. That's going to get somebody injured. That's going to get somebody hurt. It also leads to just sloppy games. Thursday night games are trash.
Always are.
They're just, beginning of every year is trash. First 5 weeks are trash pretty much every year at this point. But for the last several years, it's every year.
Off-season note: take the overs in the first 3 weeks of the NFL because nobody can stop anybody, and it's just bad. But again, we starve for it, we hunger for it, and the games are so finite we don't even care. But Thursday night games are just bad, and when they are good, we're all shocked, and then we try to act like this is how games go, and it's not. So I don't know.
The best used to be when they would put the crappy matchup on Thursday night because they knew that we're all addicted to it and we're gonna watch it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
They're like Jags Panthers. They're like, you'll watch it. Complain all you want. Turn it on. And you're
How
like,
about the Monday night matchups too? The Monday night matchups have been trash too the last couple of years. It's like all bad.
I'm old now. I just go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean the double headers. I can't do the double headers.
I used to be able to stay up and watch all those games and know everything. Now I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'll figure it out.
Like, I got a family.
Yeah.
My family's already sleeping.
5 a.m. is early.
They look so happy to sleep. I'm gonna go join my family. I had no time for this. So yeah, it's just a also fugazi. And but I do love the conversation. I don't tire of the conversation. It doesn't bother me at all because I'm at the center of the conversation. So
and we're on the position of strength in that conversation.
Yes,
There's no argument against it.
No, I had to deal with Tom Brady for forever. I still have to deal with Jordanites. I still have to deal with Cobanites. People still got to deal with LeBronians. Some conversations just never end, and it's just what you got to deal with. And the Tush Push is one of them. So if you ban it after they win the Super Bowl, you create a level of infamy that hasn't been seen in football in a long time. Because you ban it every time the Eagles play and there's a short yardage. Every time another team plays has a short yardage and they don't get it, they're going to bring up the Tush Push. Then they're going to bring up how successful the Eagles were.
Did you like Elliot Shore-Park's take on that he hopes it does get banned because then it goes down as like one of the greatest plays in NFL history?
He's right if that does happen. You know what I mean? Like it would cement us as like we said already, one of the best teams of all time. If you really look at the numbers and look at how we dominated to end the year, but banning a play after winning a Super Bowl on top of all that, yes, that would make us look really, really good. But I don't want to ban it.
I mean, yeah, because I didn't see the ESP said that, but it, like I said, if you ban it now, it looks so bad for us. League, it just makes everybody look so weak. And the rugby play thing, like these guys never even watch rugby.
It doesn't look like rugby at all. Like it looks like a goal line NFL play.
Like it's a rugby scrum. I'm like, you're embarrassing yourself by saying that. It's because you don't have anything else to say.
They only say it because Mailata played rugby. Like they have no other reason, but they think that's where the Eagles got this play from.
Yeah.
Didn't they try to ban being able to like push people in the back like a few years ago or something like that?
Allowed to. That used to be
allowed to, right? Yeah, but it's like okay, they're not talking about banning that in general because I mean that happens like once a game. There's some lineman sees his running back and just gives him 3 yards. Like when
that's the other reason that they pushed it back because the Packers don't know how to read or write.
Yeah,
and the language of the ban was so bad. They're like, look, we can't just take this out of the sport because what happens when the wide receiver catches the ball and they push the power forward because he hasn't gone down yet? Because blowing the whistle dead is on the onus of the referee. Now they can sit there and let him waddle the ball down the field in a pile of a real scrum. That looks like a scrum.
Right.
When 5 guys jump on a dude's back and they're all standing up and they're pushing and pulling, that looks like a scrum.
Yeah.
But that should still be legal. Well, we got to reword it to make sure that stays in the game. It's just all so embarrassing. And, you know, it is what it is. Fred Wilson said 2004.
Yeah.
So I believe Fred knows things. Fred knows things. What else do we care about?
Not the Sixers.
Maybe. Oh, I mean, they're gonna get that pick. It looks like now, right? Because the Nets keep winning.
So they're gonna get the pick, but okay. So we all know
the pick. You said
NBA is rigged. So again, my glorious king LeBron James was on Pat McAfee. You know, just there basically to take shots back at Stephen A. Smith, who's lost his mind. And is embarrassing himself, but he stopped doing it because he embarrassed himself so bad.
So bad.
You know, again, I'm not a Kobe guy, but I'm also not a Kobe hater. I loved Kobe Bryant. He's just not the GOAT because I do respect Jordan enough to know that he's a carbon copy of Jordan and he's not Jordan. So, I mean, you know, the Mamba, he had better marketing during because Jordan has better marketing after. During his career, he had such great marketing. He had the Mamba mentality. He had the commercials. He had the sacrifice, all that stuff because he had to rebrand after his incident. And
they ignored all this times that he just didn't make the playoffs when he didn't have extra players.
Oh
yeah. Like, so I mean, again, there's I hate going on that tangent. My general thought process is that like they couldn't win without Phil Jackson. and other superstars. He needed Shaq. He needed Scotty.
But a lot of guys can't win without superstars. It's hard to win. That's why. That's hard. Like,
that's my favorite point because
no shit.
That's what I mean when it's like, oh, he went to Miami. I'm like, bro, he needed Paul Gasol. He needed Odom. He needed like 5 other dudes to equal the Shaq.
Andrew Bynum
to make a Shaq. Like,
yeah.
Like and then he had to get Phil Jackson back. He's like, Phil, please. Phil's like, all right. Phil left, never sniffed it again.
Phil wrote a book that was like, man, coaching Kobe is the worst. And they were like, he was like, all right, I'll come back.
Yeah.
How much you said?
Yeah. I mean, when your wife is the
well,
you know what I mean? When
Jeannie was like, come on.
He was like, hey, look, you out here growing this McDermott beard. I know what happens. You got to lay down next to somebody every night. At some point, you're like, well, all right, fine, damn, shit. Go Bills out here. Put me to a table, girl. Like, what we doing? That's pretty much how Phil got back in here with Kobe. Anyway, I digress.
What the hell where was this going to begin?
LeBron said on the show.
Oh, yeah.
With Pat McAfee. See Harry? See, I can reel back in.
Good job.
He said, well, the way my life planned out and how everything went, he's like, and then the league, me being the number 1 pick, and the ping pong just happened to go to Cleveland. We don't know what happened with that. Like, you sit there and then, you heard I think it was like Mutombo or somebody was there with the ping pong, and they're like, it's just like, you yelled early, bro. We watched you jump up and down before.
Fred disagrees with you.
They picked up the ping pong. So,
Fred disagree.
It was more so being evaluation and not that LeBron could reason was going on.
What? Yeah, what happened? What?
He didn't say anything about LeBron. He just said Kobe.
I'm talking about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant that came off the bench at 18 when the Glorious King had 25 and 5. The one who never got benched in high school because he was taking his team to championships and he was on the cover of ESPN. The one who never got swept in the first round of the playoffs like Jordan.
Oh, come on. Don't see, Fred, you're doing it to me too now. Come on.
These are facts. These are facts.
Best of 5. It was best of 5.
Until Scotty Pippen came, he never won a series.
Scotty averaged 8 points the first series.
Round.
Oh my God.
And I'm just telling you, Harry, you're too young. You didn't know it. He never won a series in the playoffs, and he never got in the first round. And he got
I don't care.
Until
oh my God.
Game. And that's truth. And Kobe Bryant came off the bench, Fred. How old are you that you don't remember that Eddie was taking his spot eating his lunch? Okay. And Shaq was the one averaging 38 and 8. All right. Shaquille O'Neal, first 2 championships. Shaq Daddy. Kobe off the bench with
the air balls.
4.4 points.
I will say this:
Bryant.
Least efficient shooting season of all time. Like his last couple seasons, he was taking like 8 threes a game, making like 1. It was bad. He was just jacking. He didn't give a fuck.
Now I'm gonna say his last things. Now you get. I semi do like disrespect to Kobe, but I don't.
Me too. I'll be honest.
20-year career, 15-year career. The first 2 on the bench, the last 3 on the bench, bro. Broke back mountain. This dude was out here struggling. Okay, struggling. 15-year career, 5 chips, 3 of them are Shaq's, 2 on his own. With a little
Pau Gasol X factor in there, with a little Pau in there.
With Pau Gasol, and again, never won anything without Phil Jackson. Never won anything without Phil Jackson. So Kobe, I know who Kobe was.
Mike or Kobe.
All right, stop.
Huh?
Oh, neither. That's
neither one of them. Neither one of them.
Game winner of the national championship in college. How about that?
Hey, like I said, he also didn't get benched from his high school team.
Oh, get the fuck. He didn't get benched. You should make it to start.
Ruin had to overcome because you sucked at 12. Not my glorious thing. He was out here dunking on grown men.
Oh, my
God. He was another one in the basement.
Oh, no.
Grown man born. Came out the womb with basketball and a receding hairline.
LeBron, I believe that.
I mean,
I can tell you're tired now.
It's true.
It's 2 at least, probably.
It's true. Anyway, I really forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
We're talking about
the ping pong balls in the Sixers.
Oh, yeah.
The Sixers. You said they got it. Okay, really back in the Sixers. What if the league punishes them and doesn't give us that pick?
that would be the
Two
time.
teams jump them.
They gave us 2 first overall picks,
And we messed them
and
up.
we fumbled the fucking bag. And not only did they do that, they gave us like 3 or 4 top 5 picks in that
Fumbled them.
horrible run, and we fumbled them. So you mean Cooper Flag? I'm like, you think they're letting you breathe your Cooper Flag? You're out of your mind.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're out.
Oh fuck.
Oh, Twin Tower,
Mhm.
the alien and the flag, the alien
my
plant the
God.
flag on the moon. I can see the marketing now.
Oh
So-
my god.
What if they didn't let us get the top 6 protected pick? That would be insane because these ping pong balls are rigged. Is
Yeah,
to my
right.
point.
They're like, man,
Yeah.
2 teams jumped the Sixers. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, the balls go where the balls go. It's the
Yeah.
They could do a
lottery.
whole segment on the statistics and the odds and how that was so improbable that it happened. too.
Yeah.
They'll go all in on it.
Is Foles still playing? I think Foles is still playing.
I don't think anybody
Yeah.
owned him this year. I don't
No?
know.
Okay.
I know he was hurt again, but he,
Okay.
he turned into an okay
He's been all right.
player,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little role player off
Yeah.
the bench. Yeah.
just not first overall pick worthy.
God.
Trading up for the pick.
Oh God. I hurt something. It hurts my neck now. I am tired because I'm hurting thinking about bad things that happened.
I know.
But
Okafor. Well,
you know that those like little memes where you just hear like that's how, every name you hit just somebody kicking me in my spine. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's so bad. So yeah, the Sixers are in position, as you guys said, to have their potential top 6 pick. But now I'm thinking like it's funny because when LeBron said that, a lot of other people came out and said, "Oh, remember this, remember that," like wink, wink. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah. What if they just say we're tired of you Sixers, Joel not playing, your team not playing, you're super load managing, then you get Paul. Like they might just say, "F you Sixers, suffer."
I mean,
They want to. They definitely want to. So we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Fred's right, by the way. The city can't handle 2 white Coopers at the same time doing stuff. Like
Exciting like that. That's
Yeah.
a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of excitement.
They're just
Harry just perked up. I think his
Yeah, he
mustache
did.
just waved and shit.
I don't know.
I'd be excited.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to know what Harry did in his diaper, right? Like,
Exciting whites.
Exciting whites.
Oh man, you guys are crazy. I don't know what you've been talking about today.
we've been off the air too long.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So we didn't get to talk about it. Now we're kind of cheating because it's retro. Harry, how many wins did the Phillies get this year?
Oh my god. Let's go 97.
Woo! And we already watched how to get the season started. He said 97. I'm trying to give you a retro pass. Jason,
I don't care.
I'll go at 90.
90? Okay, that's a retro answer. That's a retro answer. My
105, Fred. 105. Oh shit.
Fred is smoking that Kobe pack. That's what he Fred over there, he got that Mamba mentality. It's all enough for me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm with the Phils to the downside. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Kobe feeds Phillies. You know what I'm saying? I got a smooth 94. That's what I picked beforehand. So I'm going to stick with 94 plus wins. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Does it matter to you, Jason, if they win the division?
No.
Harry?
I'd actually
No.
I want them to play in that first round of the playoffs. They do better.
They need to be hungry. They need to be hungry.
I want the wild card like nobody's business, like
Hell
the life
yeah.
depends on it. Like just give me the wild card and let me roll with that, and I will be happy. So yeah, I don't care. The Mets are frauds. I don't think the Mets make the postseason.
Ooh, that is they lost. Oh my god, guy.
How do you feel about that, Jason?
Well, if the Braves continue how they're playing, then the Mets are definitely going to make the playoffs because the Braves don't have anyone hitting over 200 right now.
It just started. It's 5 games
That's
in.
okay. It's still a fact. And they just lost their big free agent signing for 80 games, Jerks and Profar.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's a problem.
He's like, you weren't allowed to take that? Are you sure?
That's a problem. So I have taken
It was an
integrity.
accident, right?
I have taken integrity, and these are the shocking things that I was going to say beforehand. so I kept them.
I'll go with 90 wins.
The 90 wins. I got 94. Harry's got 97.
Yeah, hey.
Fred's got 162. Yeah. So it's all good. But I just hate the Mets.
Yeah,
I hate the fans.
Hate the Mets.
I hate the fact that they got their little run in them, and now they're all out here talking stuff. I'm like, yo, it's a new season now, right? We started a new season, and you didn't win it all. So I don't give a ham sandwich. What do you say?
The Braves had no wins.
Dang it. Why? See, that's the other thing about baseball. When it starts, I don't look at anybody else but my team. I don't care about anybody else.
It's been 4 games. It's been 4 games.
I did watch after Torpedo Gate because I wanted to see, what was up. So I did watch the Yankee game. Like, they got me. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, look.
The funny thing about that is the Brewers pitchers keep letting up home runs now that they're not playing the Yankees anymore. So it could just be that the Brewers pitchers just aren't
Interesting.
I mean,
could be a little,
Also,
I think the Phillies' magic number to clinch is like 158. It's like, yeah,
okay, cool. Shit,
they're close.
Let me write that down.
That will be rough.
Harry, what you doing? What you doing in life besides pickleball? What's going on?
Working, man. I'm running a gym now, a good gym, City Fitness. You know what I'm saying? If you're in Philly, in the Graduate Hospital area, come check me out. But yeah, pickleball, basketball, and volleyball, actually. Just finished up a basketball league, play volleyball on Wednesdays, trying to get active. Adult shit.
Yeah. Jason, remember we used to get active?
Yeah, man.
I'm saying adult, the heyday leagues, I got to meet people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm 30. I got to make friends. So.
Damn, what are we, chopped liver?
I mean, shit, y'all in Jersey, wherever the hell you are.
Now you need extra friends. Now you need bonus friends and shit.
I need friends that will run and jump with me. That's what I need. That's what I need some friends.
That's an attack.
I thought y'all were gonna just accept that, like, kind of chill with it, but okay. Come on, let's go. Let's go play some volleyball.
Look.
Pickleball, volleyball.
Harry.
I gotta get you the influencer deal. That's what it is.
Harry, the best part of that statement is next time you see me, you're going to have to run and or jump.
Run and jump.
You're going to have to run and or jump. What happened is, see, elephants don't forget, bitch. You're going to forget. You're going to come in for the death.
Fuck.
My name resembles PJ Tucker. That's all I'm saying.
Shit.
Yeah, I need friends that can run and or jump. Like, okay, yep, well, I'm out. You better hope you remember next time I see you in person. You be running and jumping.
I'm just like, I have a vision of
you better be running in an 8-degree circle, bro. You better be like, what up, dog? You better be That's all I'm saying.
He'll just hit one cut.
I was gonna say.
I tell you what, I mean, I'll spray and pray. But when the typhoon hits you, bro, it's all over. It's hard to breathe.
Oh, fuck.
It's hard to breathe when that baby hit you, brother.
The stone cross.
You know what I mean? It is what it is, my baby.
Yeah, I earned it. So
it's time. Jason, I see you in there. Talk about getting active.
Yeah,
I see you in the gym with your punk ass, hard headed, not listening to nothing ass son.
Not so hard. That was his problem.
He out there getting swole. I mean, he out there on that natural juice. He ain't listening no more. He out here. You showed me the photo shoot with the arms out. I was like, okay, sun's out, guns out.
Yeah, he's flexing now. He's getting a little bit of muscle.
Yeah.
Now he's starting to grow a better mustache too.
Oh, see. Does this have a color or he blonde?
No, his will have the color. I'm just old and gray now, man.
Well, yours used to be gold and yellow. You know what I mean? Like you was out there like you was playing Nintendo, like using the Zelda mission.
Oh,
it used to be gold. It's all gold. Yeah, I don't have nothing no more. My daughter don't care about me. She grown. She got a car. You know what I mean? I got to guilt her to come by and see an old man tell her I fell down the stairs. Like, I got to hit her with the pacemaker. I fall and I can't get up.
Oh, my God.
He's like, oh, come see the puppy.
Yep, come see the puppy. Yeah, that she hasn't come by to see the puppy. Got a punk puppy.
Yeah. Nice.
Bryce McLeod from the Clan McLeod.
Let's go.
And when I'm about to sit over there, Harry, you can go take him for a run.
Yeah, happily.
Harry, he just be like,
we be running and jumping all around Philly.
This guy got me over here. This guy got me over here. Yeah, Harry. Every time I hang out with this guy, I swear it's like a moving truck. Beep, beep.
Oh my god.
He's
Oh my god.
so backing up everywhere we go, Harry. Every time he take me for a walk. Beep. Yeah, I see miles per hour on the street signs, Harry. I'm like, we ain't never hit none of that. I'll tell you what. I go to the park, I'm hitting 55 miles an hour on my own, Harry. Take me for a run. That's right. See? Disrespectful whippersnapper, Harry.
Oh man, you said I said very little of all that.
It don't take much to get me started.
I know.
Harry, once I get going down the hill, I'm like the Tush Push. I'm unstoppable.
God damn.
I'm like a snowball avalanche upon you, brother. Like I said, unstoppable.
Man, I'm over out of breath just because we were left.
I hope somebody spike on you next day in the morning.
Shit.
I hope somebody go there around. This old mustache man, the candy man out here trying to play volleyball with us. I'm 26.
Oh damn.
So yeah, well, it's good to see you guys. Good just talking about life. And we'll watch some Phillies games, and we'll probably still be talking about the Tush Push next week. And then we got the draft coming up. I will not be home for the draft, but we will be. I'll be back.
We'll recap it.
I'll be back for the draft, so we can talk about it after it's all said and done for the weekend. But I'm so bad right now. I don't even care about the draft either. I'm like,
okay.
Harry, he's been doing so good. Like, we're gonna draft good people.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's gonna do the thing where he like backs out of like the first pick because it's the last pick.
Trade that pick.
And then he's just stacking up picks because they know what they want. And it's like
he's plotting right now.
Yeah, smart. Yeah. I'm not like, oh, Harry might jump up Harry Rosen might jump up in the top 10. He won't.
Nope.
So I don't have to there's nothing to like get juiced about besides like, hey, we're gonna get a tight end. All right, we're definitely getting a tight end. Like yes. I know that for sure. That's the one thing I know. And they're probably gonna pick up a running back. Unless they believe in Shipley. Like those are the things I can infer.
Some DNs.
Yes.
For sure.
A litany of DNs.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of them are going to be the Jalix Hunt types. So I'll say this last thing and then we can get out of here. I need to know how long my defense court, how long Vic's going to be around. Because Vic is now satisfied with the Super Bowl. He is older. He did talk about being an old man and how much longer he has. But he knows what he wants for his scheme, and he is the architect of it. How much longer can I allow him to pick the Jalix Hunts and these guys that he knows will fit his system if he's not going to be here for 3 years? You know what I mean? Like, I need to know like, you're going to be here for at least 3 years because I need a year for development. You know, I need a little bit of time for you to build these guys up the way you want them to get built up. So then you could leave because the guys are already established.
And they need to hire that DB coach as the D coordinator in waiting.
Yes.
Christian Parker. They need to make him the D coordinator. Like it's your job.
Yes.
Once Vic retires.
Exactly.
Don't go anywhere else.
Yeah. And pay him accordingly. Like that's the reason why Stoutland doesn't go anywhere. Stoutland's getting paid $5 million a year.
Right.
He's like, bro, I'm getting paid like head coaches, bro. I'm never leaving.
Yeah.
I'm never leaving. So.
I ain't fucking leaving.
Yeah, it is. All right. No baby McVays or what's the other guys?
McDermott's
or the other guy from Packers.
LaFleur.
No baby LaFleur,
McDermott
or McShane for her in the taping of this show. Thanks for watching. Links in the bio, like the girls from the OF say. And we are out.
Later.
Peace.